I made a rookie mistake. I exposed my plant to weather that was 14 degrees Fahrenheit, and that's below freezing point. That's way too cold for any tropical houseplant. Hi, it's Fiona from Feline Jungle, and I just wanted to pop on here to make a quick video about cold damage on houseplants. We're going to talk about signs of cold damage and also how to rehab your plant. Starting off with a little backstory, we went to a plant shop to film for another Feline Jungle adventure video. We were actually in Chinatown looking for lucky plants. This particular plant caught my eye. It's a very beautiful plant, and this is named Philodendron goldii according to this tag, but it's actually been renamed to something else. And hold up, I'm gonna give you the name right now. It's Dimatophilium sprucianum. Okay, so it's Dimatophilium sprucianum. I think I'm saying it right. But it's a very beautiful plant with finger-like leaves. So I decided that I had to bring this plant home. I was only 10-minute walk away from the subway, so I figured it wouldn't be such a big deal if I just bought it and took a quick walk to the subway, even though it was 14 degrees Fahrenheit weather outside. The lady at the plant shop was pretty nice, and she knew that it was really cold outside, so she tried her best to wrap up the plant and protect it from the cold. The first thing she did was wrap it with tissue paper. So she wrapped the whole plant with tissue paper, and then she put it in a paper brown bag. Unfortunately, this plant was way too big, and the top leaf was still sticking out a little bit. We just figured that it'll be okay to leave this top leaf sticking out because we were just 10 minutes away from the subway station. How bad could it be? Immediately, we started walking faster and we went into the subway, took the train home, and after we went home, we just let the plant sit a little bit to acclimate to the room temperature and recover a little bit from the shock it just went through. Within an hour, we saw that the leaves completely changed. Not only was it droopy, but also it started to turn black. It has these black spots that you see over here in the back, and also there's like black coloring all around it. Let me show you how the other leaves look. This one is in the worst condition. The next leaf we have here is a little bit better. You still see that the edges here is a little bit droopy and starting to turn black on the back side. So this one's probably a little bit damaged. This one, I don't really see signs of damage yet, but usually cold damage takes a little bit of time to actually show. So I have to keep a close look at this plant in the next couple of days to see if there's more cold damage. This one, surprisingly, the newest leaf, this was actually the softest leaf because it's a new leaf that just came out. I thought this was going to get cold damage for sure, but right now this still looks very healthy and it looks like what it originally looked like in the plant shop, which is very beautiful. It has these finger-like leaves. Let's compare the two leaves now. This is a healthy one, and then this one has cold damage. You can really see the difference between the two. The one that has cold damage is limp, and it's turning black. This is because the plant cells are already dead, and once they're dead, they turn black, just like how people, when they get hypothermia, they kind of turn purple and black too. It's a sign that the leaves are dead. When it gets to this stage, there's really nothing we can do anymore. The only thing we can do is prune it away so that any bacteria won't spread to the rest of the plant. It's also important how long your plant is exposed to the cold. So usually when tropical plants are exposed to the cold for more than 12 to 24 hours, then they're completely dead. There's no way of recovering it. It's just the whole plant has, all the cells in the whole plant is already frozen and can't be repaired. But since my plant was only exposed to the cold for less than 30 minutes, there is hope for this plant, and we're going to save it in this video. When you recognize that your plant has cold damage, the first thing you want to do is remove your plant from that situation and put it in a space where it's room temperature. You also don't want to put it too close to a heater because the heater is too hot, and you're basically putting your plant in two different extremes. You want the right environment for your tropical plant. You want to put your plant in the right environment, and typically tropical plants like it when it's between 60 to 80 degrees Fahrenheit and also between 40 to 60% humidity levels. After you have found the perfect spot for your plant, what you want to do is to keep your plant there for about a week. Don't touch it, don't cause more stress. You don't want to cause more stress by pruning it or repotting it. You just want it to sit there and allow for other signs of stress to slowly reveal itself, because these plants take a while for all the cold damage to show up. This leaf right here, the first leaf, was the only leaf that showed any signs of damage or drooping on the first day. And then today I'm starting to see that on the second leaf, it's starting to droop and turn black as well. So it just takes a while. What you want to do after your plant has acclimated into your environment is actually start pruning off any dead leaves. These dead leaves are no longer useful for your plant. They won't recover, and they can actually cause the spread of any bacteria or infection. So the best thing to do is just cut it off. I hope you guys learned from my mistake. I was totally being impulsive on getting this plant on such a cold day. No wonder nobody was in that plant shop, because everyone was just hiding at home and I was there, you know, filming the next video and buying plants. In hindsight, I should have let the plant just stay in the store and get the plant on a much warmer day. I hope you guys learned from my mistake, and if you do decide on getting a plant, make sure you fully wrap your plant in protection. Don't be like me and think it's okay to just have one leaf hanging out, because like, no, it's clearly too cold, and as a result, I killed off this very beautiful leaf that you see over here that I'm very sad about. But it's a very valuable lesson, I guess, and I hope you learn from my mistakes. Again, this plant was so beautiful just 24 hours ago. It had like new leaves coming out. The leaves were nice and green and lush, and I just killed it. I'm so sad. I hope you learned from my experience. I would never expose my plants to cold just to film a video. So since I had such a bad experience, I thought it would be the perfect opportunity for me to film it and also share my story so that you can learn from my mistakes. Unfortunately, if your plant has cold damage too, at least you can watch this video on what to do with your plant and how to treat it. I'm going to give you a 10-second challenge. Like, comment, subscribe, and pray for this plant. I'm going to see you guys next time with better news. Bye! What are you doing, Ding?